Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the game of the week, week 2 here in the United Division of the World Football Alliance. Here we have the Chicago Blues going up against the San Diego Crusaders. Take a look at the defensive stats there as we take it down to the field. Here you see the Crusaders taking the field, those beautiful black and yellow uniforms. There's the Chicago Blues as they visit Pacific Coast Field here in San Diego, California. Ready for kickoff. Chicago will be kicking to San Diego. Alright, here's the opening kickoff. As I said, we're here in Pacific Coast Field, home of the San Diego Crusaders. Simon brings out the opening kickoff to about the 28-yard line. There you get a look at Coach Chris Gunter of the San Diego Crusaders, and he'll send out Tate Looper, your quarterback for the San Diego Crusaders. There you see him huddling up, and they will bring it to the line for the first play of the game. San Diego comes into this home game 1-0. Looper with the handoff to Worrell, who's stopped at about the line of scrimmage, maybe a 2-yard gain. Chicago comes into this game 0-1. We'll take a look at the San Diego offensive line led by that big 52, the center. We've got Carpenter, the good wide receiver out there. That last run play went for 1 yard. It'll be 2nd and 9 for the Crusaders. Looper takes the snap, turns, wheels it out to the running back out of the backfield who can't handle it. It falls incomplete. As we run through the Chicago defense led by Mormino up front, the right end. We've got Schwinnicke at linebacker and a good secondary, McLean, Marion, Thorne, and Thornton. San Diego brings a good balance to this game, good balance of offense and defense. As they come to the line for 3rd and 9, Looper takes the snap, surveys the field. Good blocking, but good coverage downfield will lead to a sack. Patton able to get off his block and take down Looper for the sack. And that will force a San Diego punt. Favorite, the punter, booms one, fielded around the 29 by Huddleston, taken down. Coach Gunter pleased with his coverage there. And here comes Chicago Blues quarterback Griffin Vrabel, son of legendary linebacker Mike Vrabel. Beautiful Chicago Blues uniforms there. Let's see what Griffin can do. As he comes to the line, bunch right for Vrabel. He'll hand it off to Johns out of the backfield, who will get taken down. And we'll look at the Chicago offense with the meat there up front. DJ Huddleston, the halfback. The Chicago Blues team brings a solid run game and an outstanding secondary on defense. As they hand to Johns again, he'll power ahead for decent yardage to make it 3rd and short. It'll be 3rd and 3 for Chicago on their opening drive. Vrabel lines up in the pistol formation. He'll quick hit it out to his tight end, Harrison, for the first down. Now on 1st and 10, Vrabel takes a snap and hands it to Johns. Bottled up at the line of scrimmage on that one. Here's a look at the San Diego defense. Big Larry Jean Giles, the big nose guard there. George Norton, left inside backer. And Rajon Odom in the secondary there. Duncan Woodfin, the right outside linebacker out of Ohio State, San Diego's best defensive player, as Johns takes a handoff on 2nd and 9. Woodfin along with DeAndre Carpenter, the cornerback out of Stanford, and middle linebacker George Norton out of Florida A&M anchor that solid defense for San Diego as Vrabel play action, rolls out, throws on the run across his body, pass complete. What a unscripted play there by Vrabel as he completes the pass to Robbins over the middle for the first down. Coach David Wales looking on, pleased with his quarterback's ability to improvise there. Again on 1st down, they'll go to Johns, the workhorse. Already his 5th carry. You see what he did last week there. Not outstanding yardage, but he was able to find his way to the end zone. As Chicago comes to the line, single back set, and a lineman will jump off sides. So after the 5-yard run on 1st down, the false start will push them back the 5 yards, and it'll be 2nd and 10 Chicago as Vrabel audibles. He'll hand it to Johns out of the shotgun. Johns trying to get those 5 yards back. He's only able to get 4. That brings up 3rd and 6 for Chicago, trying to keep this opening drive going. As Vrabel looks to pass out of the shotgun. He's pressured, gets it away, almost intercepted. Pass broken up there. Good defensive play. And Chicago will attempt a 46-yard field goal from the left hash to open the scoring. The kick is up. It's low, but it's through. As you see the kicker there with the eye black, we've got some very interesting kickers here in the World Football Alliance, as you will come to see. But Chicago jumps out to a 3-0 lead as Simon takes the kickoff, makes a couple miss out past the 25 to the 27-yard line. All right, San Diego now back on offense, trying to answer the opening field goal by Chicago. Looper out of the shotgun will pass over the middle, broken up. Nice defense there by number 52 of Chicago. There you see the good defensive play. 2nd and 10 now for San Diego. Bunch, two receivers to the left. High snap. Looper brings it down, hands it to Whirl. Spin move out past the first down. All right, folks, we're back. Sorry, we had some audio interference there after the big first down run by Whirl. That'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Crusaders at the 8:23 mark in the first quarter. Looper audibles, hands to Whirl again. Another spin move. Looks like Whirl might be injured. Hope that isn't too serious. We will have to wait and see, but it does appear to be enough for Whirl to come off the field. as he will be replaced by the backup, Rashard Owens. See if Worrell can get back out there as Looper will pass. He's under pressure. Throws on the run. Picked off. And to the house Patton will go. Touchdown Chicago. Patton there, who's already had a sack today, I believe, and a pass defended there, gets the pick six as Looper was flushed out of the pocket from pressure. Patton able to jump the route as Looper was trying to throw on the run there. Touchdown Chicago. On now for the field goal. Extra point attempt is good. Chicago leads this one 10-0. Kickoff by Chicago, fielded by Owens, who cuts it out left, taken down around the 27-yard line. All right, let's see if Looper can redeem himself here after throwing the pick six. He'll pass right away. He's under pressure again. Another interception. Patton again. Are you kidding me? Patton. Oh, this is the other brother, Patton. The two Patton brothers are on this defense. This, the second of the Patton brothers. Back-to-back pick sixes for Looper. Are you kidding me? In 2 plays, 2 pick sixes, one by each of the Patton brothers for the Chicago defense. And just like that, folks, Chicago jumps out to a 17-0 lead on the road with 7:54 still to play in this first quarter. Kickoff return by Simon. He is drilled before he can even get to the 25. Good coverage by Chicago. Surely Looper will not do it for a third consecutive pass. I hope not. Oh, a defensive player jumped, causing the offensive player to jump. Let's see who the ref saw first. They did catch the defensive player first. George Lamb, the left end, jumped a little early, so he will give a 5 yards to the San Diego Crusaders, who need it. They have been unable to get anything going. Only 7 yards of offense so far on 1st and 5 as McKinnon goes in motion. Worrell's back in there. He takes the handoff. Gets drilled around the 30-yard line. After a gain of 2, it'll be 2nd and 3. Marion with the tackle. Handoff again to Worrell, spin move. He'll pick up the first down there. You see how much this San Diego team relies on Worrell as you see his moves out of the backfield. Terrell Worrell, the halfback out of Kansas State. The best offensive weapon San Diego has to throw. He just got his 6th carry. He has 21 yards. That one goes for no gain. 2nd and 10, San Diego. Looper will pass on 2nd down. Under pressure, throws on the run again. That one this time complete to Cunningham. That's the first completion to his own team for Looper. His first completion, he's 1 for 5 with the 2 pick sixes already. Pick sixes is this now 1st down. Looper play action, deep pass over the middle, completed So back-to-back completions. That one goes for 41 yards. Down to the 5-yard line. San Diego trying to get on the board. First and goal. Looper will audible. Turn around, hand it to Whirl over the right side. He will power into the end zone. Touchdown, San Diego. Extra point attempt now is good. San Diego gets on the board and trails 17-7. San Diego kicks it away. Now Harmon on the return. He's taken down right at the 25-yard line. Chicago offense back out there now. They themselves haven't gotten much going offensively as Vrabel hands to Johns. He'll make one miss before getting taken down. 7 carries for Johns now for 21 yards. Chicago offense has only put up a field goal. The Chicago defense has put up 14 points with 2 pick sixes as Vrabel slings that one out. It's complete to McLaughlin. And that'll bring up 3rd and 2. Single back set, audible. Vrabel hands it to John, stuffed in the backfield by big number 90. Woodfin of San Diego, Duncan Woodfin, the big right outside linebacker out of Ohio State. San Diego's best defensive player, getting in there for a tackle for loss to force a Chicago punt. As Trusnick now punts it away. Fielded at the 15 by Whirl, and he's dropped right there. Good coverage by Zachary. As we take a look at some of the highlights there. San Diego takes over on their own 17 with 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. Looper drops back, rolls out right, and runs right into the rush of Mormino, who was coming from that right end position. Drops him for no gain. Looper lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage there. Here on second down, quick pass to the right. Completed. Looper's 3rd completion to Sweeney for 7 yards. Sweeney's first catch. Coward on the tackle. Brings up 3rd and 3 for San Diego. Looper will pass. Slings it over the middle. Picked off by Thorne. 3rd interception in the first quarter by Looper. This time it's not one of the Patton brothers. It is LaRon Thorne, the corner out of Southern Cal, Chicago's best defensive player, making a play there. In a disastrous first quarter by Looper. So far, as Vrabel comes back out, audibles, hands to Johns up the middle. Breaks that one, his 9th carry. 30 yards so far. That a gain of 9, 2nd and 1. Let's see if Chicago will take a deep shot here. They line up in a power I. They bring Robbins in motion to the slot. Vrabel taken down by Hickman. Sorry, Andres Hickman on the sack there. Sorry, had a little technical difficulty there. But it was Andres Hickman off the right side with the bull rush. Take another look at it here, running right over the offensive lineman there, number 73, Vondre Love, the left tackle out of Auburn, who is an outstanding left tackle. But he was gotten the better of on that time. 3rd and 7. Vrabel floats one. Pass. Oh, dropped. Vrabel put it in a good place. Harmon could not pull it down. But Chicago will attempt a 39-yard field goal here from dead center of the field. The kick is away, and it's through. Chicago adds to their lead, 20-7 now. 29 seconds to play in the first quarter. As the kickoff is away, fielded at the 5 by Worrell. He's dangerous, but he's brought down there around the 25. There you see the game trends, 54 yards compared to 89 for San Diego. Chicago has the 54, I believe. Worrell takes the handoff, and he's bottled up on his 8th carry of the day. And that will be it for the first quarter, folks. As we look at the highlights, 2 pick sixes by the Patton brothers. There you see them. Chicago leads 20-7. We're back now, 2nd and 9 for San Diego as we start this second quarter. Looper fakes the handoff, screen pass out to Carpenter, the wide receiver. Goes for a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 7. Schwenke, his first tackle of the day for Chicago. 3rd down now. Looper dumps it to Worrell out of the backfield. Let's see where the ball is spotted. Looks like he's got a first down. And he does. 1st and 10 now for Looper. He hands it to Worrell. Gets out of one tackle, but dropped for a loss there. Schwenke getting his 2nd tackle. 2nd and 12. Looper will audible. Single back set. Turns to Worrell and hands it to him. Worrell will pick up a few yards there. It'll be 3rd and 9 for San Diego at their own 40-yard line. Looper audibles. He's back to pass. Pocket holds up. Looper drops it in right to Cunningham. Catch made. Outstanding pitch and catch from Looper to Cunningham. 2nd catch of the day for Cunningham. Big first down there. 1st and 10 now for Crusaders. Looper will hand to Worrell. He's chewed up in the backfield. Actually, he's able to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Lamb for Chicago on the tackle. Looper now under center. Fakes the pass, hands to Worrell. Tripped up by big 75. 3rd and 10. Again, no gain for Worrell, who hadn't really got it going out of the backfield yet today. He'll leak out. Looper trying to get it to him. I don't know if that was tipped or not. Actually, I believe that was Owens, the backup. But that pass falls incomplete. San Diego will settle for a field goal and try to cut this lead to 10. As the field goal is good. Coach Gunter pleased. He would have liked a touchdown. He'll settle for the field goal as San Diego kicks it back to Chicago. Harmon from inside the 10, out past the 25 to around the 29. Decent return there. All right, Vrabel will bring the Blues back out on the field. An audible, 10:50 to go in the second. He hands to Johns. Decent hole out to the right. Good run on first down. 10 carries now for Johns to 36 yards. That was a gain of 6. 2nd and 4. As Vrabel lines up under center. Single back set. 3-step drop. Quick slant. Pass complete for the first down to Hale, his first catch of the day. 1st and 10 Chicago. Vrabel in the shotgun. Johns to his left. He looks right. Throws over the middle to Robbins, who holds on after being hit by about 3 San Diego defenders. Robbins' second catch of the day. That one goes for 7 yards. Norton on the tackle. 2nd and 3. Vrabel audibles bunch to his left. Hands to Johns on the draw. Almost broke through that hole there. And he would have had all day to run. Just did get tripped up, but enough to pick up the first down. As Vrabel audibles again out of the shotgun. Hands to Johns again. There it is. Huge hole out over the 30. Excellent run there for Johns. Big pickup for another first down. Lamard Ross on the tackle. As you look at the ticker below, Memphis Steamers beat the Mexico City Conquistadors today 20-14 as Vrabel completes that one for another first down. Portland and Sacramento playing right now. Sacramento leads that one 7-0. At the moment, as Vrabel fires that one, it falls incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 18 as Vrabel lines up in the shotgun. He'll drop back to pass, surveys the field, dumps it over the middle to Johns, makes a defender miss. Gets brought down at the 10-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and 2 for Chicago from the 10-yard line. They line up in a power I set. Fakes to the fullback, pitches it out to Johns. That play was read all the way by big number 57 of San Diego. He's able to bust through and tackle Johns for a loss and force a Chicago field goal attempt. Here at the 6:18 mark in the second quarter, Chicago's field goal attempt is good by Buckley. Chicago extends the lead 23-10. Here's the pursuing kickoff, fielded at the 1 by Simon. He's out up the middle over the 30. Good return there to the 32. Alrighty, we're back. San Diego Crusaders trying to cut into this deficit now. Looper with a power eye behind him. Hands to Whirl over the right side. Out to midfield. Big run there by Whirl, who's up to 45 yards on the day. Good way to get the drive started there. Marion on the tackle. Already his 5th of the day. Again with the power set, Delotion motion to the left. Whirl again takes the handoff, this time bottled up around the line of scrimmage. Gain of 2 there, 2nd and 8 San Diego. Looper in the shotgun this time. 3 wide receivers to his left. He'll turn and sling it to Kalkrick. on the wide receiver screen. Good yardage there. He'll pick up the first down. As you see the numbers so far for Looper, a big quarterback there in the backfield. You see him towering over Worrell there beside him. 1st and 10 now. Looper audibles, hands to Worrell. Again bottled up at the line of scrimmage. This Chicago run defense is doing a good job today. We talked about how good their secondary is. As Looper floats that one complete inside the 10 to Kalkrick, I believe. No, Carpenter. It'll be 1st and goal, San Diego. But as I was saying, we talked about the secondary of Chicago, who already have 3 interceptions, 2 of which returned for touchdowns. But this interior of the Chicago defense is doing an outstanding job as well. As Looper completes that one to Deloach, his first catch of the day. Gets it up to the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Bunch left, 2 wide receivers right. For Looper, design quarterback run as they rule it a touchdown. That big frame that we talked about of Looper comes in handy there as he's met by 2 linebackers right at the goal line. And Looper able to use his size to power the football. Look at that. Boom. Drilled by, I believe it was the Patton brothers. No, one Patton. But that one gets in. Our referees, however, are going to take a look at this one. We'll let you judge here. I'm not certain he got in. I don't see the ball cross the line there. As Marion and Patton meet Looper for a big collision at the goal line. Let's see what the ruling is. Yes, and it is ruled short at the 1-yard line, so it'll be 3rd and goal. San Diego will try to stick this one in. They'll run it with Worrell, who doesn't look like he got in. And that brings up the 2-minute warning. Interesting turn of events here. I thought Worrell may have got in on that one. As we return for the 2-minute warning in the 2nd quarter, 23-10 is your score. San Diego is not going to challenge that call. They will settle for a field goal to again try to cut the lead to 10. Ooh, almost blocked there, but the field goal good by Hartson. 23-13 your score. As you see, the Chicago defender come flying in for the block. Just missed it. Kickoff away to Harmon, fields it around the 10. Out past the 30, breaks the tackle, out to the 39. Another good return there by Harmon. All right, now a minute 51 to go in this first half. Vrabel and Chicago are back out there. Again, they line up in the pistol. Vrabel, no drop, quick pass to Harrison. Pass completed, injury timeout on the field for Harrison, who is replaced by his backup after a gain of 6, 2nd and 4. Vrabel, quick pass to Harmon, completed for the first down. George Norton on the tackle. Interesting formation here by Chicago as the clock ticks down under a minute 30. Oh my goodness, that pass bounced out of about 3 different hands there, both of Chicago and San Diego. Luckily for Vrabel, it falls incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. Vrabel takes a snap. He'll pass, steps up in the pocket, slings it out right to Robbins, who hangs on to it for a gain of 6. Clock stopped at 1:20. Brings up 3rd and 4 for Chicago. Single back set, 3 wide receivers. Vrabel out of the shotgun will pass. Over the middle, floats one. Pass broken up. Good defensive play there by DeAndre Carpenter, the cornerback out of Stanford, for San Diego to force a punt. That punt sails into the end zone. It'll be brought out to the 20, where San Diego will take over with 1:09 to play in the first half. Looper with Whirl to his right. Shotgun snap. He sits in the pocket, fires it over the middle to Sweeney. And San Diego calls a timeout there. After that completion, it's now 2nd and 4 with 1:01 to play. Whirl now to the left of Looper, who takes a snap. Quick pass over the middle, incomplete. Third and 4 now. We've talked about the Alliance Division and the United Division here in the World Football Alliance, as Looper completes that one for a first down. We want to talk a little more about it. The catch made by Whirl. The competition between the two leagues plays out sort of like Major League Baseball used to with the National League and American League, long before interleague play, where teams from the leagues did not play each other till the World Series. That's the same way it'll be here in the World Football Alliance, as Looper completes one for a first down. United Division will only play United Division teams during the regular season. Same goes for the Alliance Division, as Looper completes that one. Correction, falls incomplete at 2nd and 10 with 35 seconds. So in our championship game of the World Football Alliance will be the only time of year where a United Division team will play an Alliance Division team, as Lamb gets through for the sack. Clock ticking down now. It's 3rd and 19. I think San Diego wasted a little time there before taking their last timeout. Not sure about that one by Coach Gunner, but it's 3rd and 19 from the 36-yard line, their own 36-yard line. I would have let that clock run down, but Coach Gunner had something else in mind, as he'll hand it to Whirl, who gets bottled up by Patton, who's had a good first half. Chicago now taking their second timeout. They have one left, and they're going to force San Diego to punt the ball to them with 17 seconds to play in the first half. As the punt's away, fielded at the 11, taken down at the 26. 8 seconds remain on the first half clock. Vrabel comes out under center. Mormino in motion. They hand it to Johns, and that will do it for our first half. First half score 23-13. Chicago Blues over the San Diego Crusaders. We want to thank you guys for tuning in to World Football Alliance action here on the World Sports Entertainment Network. There's your halftime stats. Back and forth game. Crusaders lead the passing yards. But because of the 2 pick sixes, there you see the one by Patton brother number 1. That was your first touchdown of the game. There you see the second by Patton brother number 2, your second touchdown of the game. Chicago jumped out to an early 17-0 lead. Worrell would find his way into the end zone to get San Diego on the board here in front of their home crowd. Looper was unable to get in the end zone there. San Diego would settle for a field goal on that one. And let's take it back down to the field to start the third quarter. Harmon on the return. Makes another couple miss. Decent returns all day for Harmon. He gets out around the 30. All right, Chicago starting us out on offense in the second half. They lead 23-13. Robbins is in motion. Vrabel out of the shotgun will pass to McLaughlin. The hit was timed just right. A little pushing and shoving there by Odom, who made a good break on the ball for the defensive pass breakup. Brings up 2nd and 10. Vrabel audibles out of the shotgun. Johns to his left. He'll stand to block. Vrabel turns, completes that one to McLaughlin. He's out around the 42 for a Chicago first down. Johns single back to Vrabel's right. Vrabel hands it to him. Play blown up by big 57. Second tackle for loss for him. Outstanding defensive play there. Then he holds him up long enough for the troops to get through and finish off Johns. 2nd and 12 now for Chicago. There's that interesting formation again by Chicago. They'll run out of it. Hand to Johns. John makes a defender miss there to get up to the second level. That's 64 yards on the day for Johns after 16 carries. Lamar Ross with his second tackle. It'll be 3rd and 3 for Chicago. Pistol formation, which Chicago seems to go to frequently. Vrabel will pass out of it. He's taken down by Woodfin, his first sack of the day. Duncan Woodfin, we talked about him out of Ohio State being the best defensive player for San Diego. He showed it there. His second tackle in the backfield. Update out of the Sacramento-Portland game. The Miners lead that one 10-0 over the Lumberjacks. As Chicago punts this one down inside the 10 by Truznick. Good punt and coverage there by Chicago. Ball spotted at the 8. Looper and San Diego come out and have a long field to go to try to get some points on the board as they trail by 10. Looper will pass on first down, dumps it off to Worrell over the middle. That one's completed. Third catch out of backfield for Worrell goes for 5 yards. 2nd and 5 for the Crusaders. Looper hands to Worrell this time. Only able to get a few there. Brings up 3rd and 3 from the 15-yard line. Bunch right, 2 receivers left. No backs. Looper audibles, passes out of the shotgun, floats it to Carpenter. Was he able to get both feet in? He was not. That one is ruled incomplete. Coach Gunter can't believe it, but San Diego will go 3 and out and have to punt from their own 15. Favorite needs to get a boomer away. He does. My goodness. Fielded at the 25 by Heddleson. Brought down at the 30. And that's where Chicago will take over with a 10-point lead. 11-10 to go in the third quarter. The handoff goes to Johns, who picks up 3. He's up to 67 yards on the day. Coach Gunter begging his defense to get a spark in them. Second down, Vrabel will pass. He's under pressure, and he's taken down by about 3 different San Diego defenders. Bull rush by 57. Not sure who got there first. All 3 converged on Vrabel at about the exact same time there. And that brings up 3rd and long for the Blues. Pistol set again. 2 wide receivers to Vrabel's right. He'll pass out of that formation. Sacked again. Big number 97 Barnes, who was in on that last sack, gets through again. You see him there. Just shoves down number 64 of Chicago, who is Charles Bailey, the left guard out of Kansas, an outstanding left guard. But that just shows you how good this front 4 of San Diego have been today. We've talked about the outstanding offensive line for Chicago, and they, as good as they are, have not been able to stop this San Diego defensive front. So after the punt, we're still at 23-13 Chicago. San Diego with the ball. Looper hands to Worrell, makes one guy miss. Decent gain there. 55 yards on the day for Worrell. He got 6 on that one. It'll be 2nd and 4. As Looper audibles Worrell to his right. 3 receivers. He'll hand to Worrell. Could not get through. He cut it out wide. Looked to make a guy miss. Coach Gunter wishing he would have turned that upfield instead of trying to be so fancy. 2 backs now behind Looper. He'll hand it to Worrell. 3rd straight time snuffed out by the defensive front of Chicago. Coward in on the tackle, his 4th of the day. These clubs exchanging 3 and outs in the third quarter here. As Favorite will punt the ball away. It'll bounce down inside the 5. Outstanding punt and coverage there by San Diego. Ball spotted at the 4. That's where Vrabel and Chicago take over. Johns takes the handoff in his own end zone. Runs over, breaks about 3 tackles. That is the hardest 1-yard gain I have ever seen, folks. It brings up 2nd and 9. Vrabel stands in his own end zone. He will pass out of his end zone, floats it, diving catch made by Robbins at the 30-yard line. Outstanding play there to bring up a 1st down. Vrabel now lines up under center, audibles. John, single back set, will take the handoff, run it right up the middle. Tackled after a gain of 3. That his 19th carry of the day. Brings up 2nd and 7. Vrabel again hands to Johns. Running hard. Gets close to the first down marker. It'll be 3rd and 2. Be sure to check out World Football This Week. We cover all of the earlier action from today as that pass is completed to Marmino. There's a flag on the play.
Personal foul.
Face mask.
Defense.
Called against Andres Hickman. So that'll add 15 yards to the end of that pass. And it will put Chicago at their own 37 with a 10-point lead. John single back set. Marmino in motion after just making the reception. He'll block for Johns, who gets taken down after a 2-yard gain by Odom, his 2nd tackle of the day. We talked about the balanced offense as Vrabel screens that one out to Hiddleston, making moves, making people miss down around the 15-yard line. First down, Chicago. Looking to stretch this 10-point lead. Hiddleston's first catch of the day. Bunch is left for Vrabel. He'll quick pass it over the middle to Hale. Vrabel now 15 of 21 for 152 yards. Managing this game well as his team have a 10-point lead. That was the 2nd catch of the day for Hale. Pistol set again for Chicago. Vrabel audibles, hands to Johns. Gets right around the first down marker. It's 3rd and inches. Chicago can get a first down if they get inside the 6-yard line. The ball currently sits on the 6-yard line. Single back set, 2 receivers. Vrabel will pass to the end zone. Intercepted, but he lands out of bounds. That'll be 4th and inches, and Chicago will settle for a field goal. As the snap is away, kick is up, it's good by Buckley. Chicago lead 26-13. Kickoff away, fielded by Worrell in the end zone. He'll bring it out. Worrell really getting a workout today as he's brought down. This San Diego crowd here at Pacific Coast Field has not been into this game, it seems to me, very much today. Not that I can blame them, as their team has struggled and currently trailed by 13. However, there's 2:39 left in the 3rd quarter. They can still get back in this as Looper completes that to Sweeney for a big gain. It's not helped that Looper has thrown the 3 interceptions, 2 of which are pick 6. If you take those 14 points away from Chicago, then San Diego would be leading this game 13-12. So this San Diego crowd just looking for something to cheer for. Perhaps if they got back in this game, it would give the Crusaders the spark they need to mount a comeback, as Looper completes that one to Carpenter for a gain of 9. It's 2nd and 1. There you see 219 yards through the air today so far for Looper, but the 3 interceptions are the reason his team is losing. Swing, wide receiver screen out to Carpenter, who takes it down to the 10. San Diego moving the ball here on this drive as the 3rd quarter clock ticks down to 34 seconds. Rashad Carpenter made that reception. It's 1st and 10. Looper hands it to Worrell He runs for a couple yards. It'll be 2nd and 8 as the clock ticks down, and it will expire. We will go to the 4th quarter with Chicago leading San Diego 26-13. San Diego, however, knocking on the door, trying to get a touchdown and get back in this game. Looper will pass. Cunningham, spin move down to the 2-yard line. Nice spin move there by Cunningham. We talked about the balanced offense of San Diego. 24 rushes, 26 passes. That's pretty balanced. They need a first down or a touchdown, and Worrell sticks it in for the touchdown. His 2nd of the day. And San Diego showing some life, and wouldn't you know it, this crowd's showing a little life now after that touchdown. San Diego cuts the lead to 6, 26-20. Plenty of time to go for the Crusaders as Robbins takes the kickoff. His first return, he'll get out over the 30. Good returns today by Chicago. All right, Vrabel trying to answer the San Diego touchdown. As they now only lead by 6, he'll hand it to Johns. Huge hole, excellent blocking for Johns, who gets up now to 93 yards on the ground after that rush. Coach Gunter not pleased with his defense there. 1st and 10 from midfield for the Blues. 3 wide receivers, single back, hand it to Johns up the middle. He'll get a few on that one. It'll be 2nd and 6. Two backs now. This one of those interesting formations for Chicago. They run out of it with Johns, his 25th carry of the day. He's at 99 yards. It'll be 3rd and 4 for the Blues. Single back set. Vrabel will pass. He'll swing it out to Johns, who steps out of bounds. He'll actually lose a yard on that one, unable to turn it upfield. And Chicago will punt it back to San Diego, who has not showed much life until this past drive where they got a touchdown. They're now in a position to take the lead if they're able to get another touchdown. And they will start at their 16-yard line. Bunch set to the right of Looper. Worrell to his left. Looper will pass to Worrell out of the backfield. Decent gain there. 250 yards now for Looper. That was a gain of 7. 4th catch for Worrell. It seems to me today that this San Diego offense is going to live and die with Terrell Worrell, as Looper completes that to Carpenter for a 5-yard gain and a first down. Chicago's coach David Wells looking on, hoping his defense can come up with a stop here on first down as Looper spins out, rolls. He's in trouble. He gets taken down at the 14-yard line by Schwenke. His 3rd tackle of the day, 1st sack for Chris Schwenke, the right linebacker out of Texas. Huge loss there. Back San Diego up to their 14. Looper will have to pass. He'll complete that one to get some of that yardage back, get 15 yards back. Pass completed to Cunningham, his 4th catch of the day. But it's still 3rd and 10. 3 wide receiver, single back set for Looper. Takes the shotgun snap, under pressure, dumps it to Owens out of the backfield, and he is swallowed up for a loss of 5. Great defensive stand by the Chicago Blues there, as they lead by 6 and force San Diego to punt the ball to them with 9:08 to play in the game. Hedleston takes the punt out to about the 36-yard line. OC Perfect on the tackle. Here's another unique formation for the Chicago Blues. Some very interesting offensive formations Coach David Wells has his team line up in. I like their creativity. That pass was ruled incomplete. 2nd and 10 now for Chicago. Vrabel fakes the pass, hands it to Johns. He's got some blocking. Good hard running by Johns all day. He's now over 100 yards with 104. That rush goes for 5. It'll bring up 3rd and 5. Andres Hickman on the tackle. 2 back set. Vrabel will pass. Good pickup block there by the H-back. But the pass falls incomplete. Coach David Wells likes to use that H-back, Marmino, I believe it is. He'll use him as a hybrid tight end, fullback type player out of those interesting offensive formations of the Blues. That Chicago punt will bounce into the end zone for a touchback. San Diego still in this one, trailing only by 6, 8:12 to play. Looper in a pistol formation with Worrell behind him. He will pass out of it. Worrell open over the middle. As I said before, Worrell the only offensive threat that San Diego has today, as he lines up to the left of Looper, who's in the shotgun. He'll pass this one to Sweeney. Sweeney's made some catches today, as has Cunningham. But by and large, the only offensive threat that San Diego has displayed is Worrell, as he lines up in a power I formation. Looper will pass out of it. Quick pass dropped by Sweeney. You cannot have that on 3rd and 3 when you're trailing by 6 with 7 minutes to play. Sweeney was absolutely wide open and dropped that pass. I don't know if he heard the linebackers coming or tried to turn and run before he had the ball, but it falls incomplete, and San Diego punts it back to Chicago. Christoph Goodwin gets downfield to make the tackle. And Chicago's back out there in a power I set. They will run the ball with Johns, who picks up decent yardage. Picks up 6, brings up 2nd and 4. Look for Chicago to just run the ball, run this clock down, and try to steal this win here in San Diego, as they hand it to Johns again. And he does exactly what he was asked to do. He picks up the first down. His 28 carries on the day, 118 yards. Solid day for him, as he's lined up to the left of Vrabel. His 3rd handoff in a row, this one for another first down. Chicago gonna, as long as San Diego cannot stop this run, look for them to continue that. As I say that, they line up with no back set. Vrabel, quick hitch over the middle to Harmon. Completed. Injury timeout on the field. Looks like number 59 for San Diego. Clutching at his back. That was George Norton that was injured. Handoff to Johns. Sorry about that, guys. We had some more audio interference as Johns was able to rush for that first down. Clock ticks down now. 4:37 to play in the game. Vrabel audibles, passes. Oh, nice pass by Vrabel, who's 18 of 27 today for 174 yards. Good day for the possession receiver. Robbins out of the slot makes an excellent catch there. Vrabel fit that through a tight coverage window. This Chicago Blues team, well coached by Coach David Wells, and it's showing. They're making the plays when they need them here down the stretch. And there's the announcer's curse. As soon as I say that, Johns gets bottled up at the line for no gain, but it keeps the clock ticking. Ball at their own correction at San Diego 17-yard line as Johns carries it again. Again, no gain on the play. 3rd and 10, but that clock keeps on ticking. Vrabel will pass now on 3rd and 10. Complete for the first down. It's Robbins again. Good drive for Robbins, his 6th catch of the day. Outstanding slot possession receiver, Robbins is. Play clock clicks down to 1. Delay of game. Ugh. Tough one there for Chicago. As you get a look at Looper, who looked a little loopy there. So after the delay of game, it's 1st and goal from the 9-yard line for the Blues. Vrabel under center, quick pass to Mormino. It's complete, and the clock will tick down to the 2-minute warning as Chicago lead 26-20. Looking to add to that. Even a field goal would mean they would be up by 2 scores. That they went for the touchdown there. It's broken up by Ross. Good defensive play. Now 3rd and goal. There's a wishbone type formation. Another interesting formation by Chicago, as they hand the ball to Johns, and he gets ate up in the backfield by Cummings. Chicago now will try to push the lead out to 9 with a field goal. Look for San Diego to bring the house on this one. They did. Good blocking by Chicago. Field goal's good. 29-20. Chicago Blues lead over the San Diego Crusaders with 1:50 to go in the game. Simon gets drilled at the 25. All right. San Diego now left with 1:47 and a 9-point deficit. Looper slings that one out left. Complete by Carpenter for 6-yard gain. San Diego has 2 timeouts, and they will run a hurry-up 2-minute drill. Looper passes this one, dropped. 2nd pass dropped by a San Diego receiver today. As Sacramento adds a field goal, they now lead 20-3 over Portland, and that pass is intercepted by Thorne. His second of the day. He is up on his feet down the left sideline. Touchdown. His third pick of the season, second today. Third pick six of the day for the Chicago Blues. Look at this. He dives, bats it. Let's see if they take a look at that one. As of right now, it's ruled an interception and a pick six for Thorne. Look at that. Great athleticism. He made that catch. That ball did not touch the ground. LaRon Thorne, the outstanding cornerback out of USC. His second pick of the day, takes it to the house and puts this game out of reach. Chicago will go for two. And that's intercepted. So the 2-point conversion, no good. But Chicago now up by 15 here in San Diego on the road with 1:15 left on the clock. All right, sorry about that. We're getting a little audio difficulty here late in this game. You see the numbers for Looper today, 4 interceptions. It's been a week full of interceptions here in the United Division as Looper dumps that to Owens, who gets out for a first down. Looper threw 4 interceptions, 3 of which were pick six here tonight, as that one falls incomplete. Earlier today, the quarterback for the Houston Gunners threw 4 interceptions. All 4 were pick sixes. As Looper audibles on 2nd and 10, he will, of course, pass. Good protection. He's forced to dump it to Worrell, who gets out of bounds. Over 300 yards, but the 4 interceptions have absolutely killed his team's chances at a win today. Much like the quarterback for the Houston Gunners I talked about earlier today, he threw for 611 yards and 4 touchdowns, but he also threw the 4 pick sixes, and that cost his team as Houston fell to the Columbus Caps at home. Very similar here, as Chicago are going to come away with this win here in San Diego, due in part to 3 pick sixes being thrown by Tate Looper today, as the Crusaders will go for it on 4th and 7 from midfield with 43 seconds left, and Looper will be dropped by Chapman. And that will turn the ball over on downs. And Chicago is going to clock this ball, and San Diego is going to play cat and mouse and call timeout. Second and 11. Chicago clocks it again, and San Diego burns their last timeout. Third and 13. Chicago's going to clock it again. Vrabel takes the knee. No more timeouts. for for San Diego. And this clock, they line up in point formation. They will not punt as the clock runs out. Coach Gunter upset. His team loses their first game of the year at home. San Diego will fall to 1-1 on the year. Chicago will improve to 1-1. Good hard fought battle by Chicago today. We'll look back at some of the highlights. There's the only offense San Diego had today, Terrell Worrell, who had 2 rushing touchdowns. There's Thorne on his pick 6, an outstanding interception. There's the first Patton brother with his pick 6, and there's the next Patton brother, the 3 pick 6 on the day. The difference in this one, if you take away those 21 points, there you see the 4 takeaways. Thanks for tuning in, folks.